Hello everyone, my name is Peter Mwansa, also known as Peter My Life. I'm a fashion designer and content creator, and I own a brand called House of PML.
What inspired you to get into fashion?
What inspired me to get into fashion, first of all, was lack of unemployment. After completing my degree course, I basically didn't have anything to do, and I decided to just embark on my passion and what I've always loved. Growing up, I've always loved fashion. I've always loved looking good, and I decided to just make it a full-time job, and here we are.
So far in this career, what have been your highlights?
My biggest highlights in my career, I always wanted two sides of what I do, which is designing and custom making of crafting stuff, and which I already have. And I recently just opened up a new store. That's another side of my business. So my biggest highlight has recently been opening up another store, which is another side of my business.
If you weren't a fashion designer and stylist, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't a fashion designer and stylist, what would I be doing? I studied agriculture back in uni. I think I would be doing something in those lines, because I was doing agriculture before I started doing, before I entered in the fashion industry. So I think I'll be doing something something to do with agriculture.
What's your secret talent?
Most people don't know that I can sing, actually. Yeah, that's my secret talent.
What are some fashion rules that you think should be broken?
What are some fashion rules that I think should be broken? I think generally fashion should just be diverse. And of late, I've been seeing, online, with the Western world, I've seen men also trying to wear female clothing. Not necessarily the dramatic stuff, but I've seen a fashion shift in wearing crop t-shirts and crop shirts. So I think one of the fashion rules that should be broken is just basically just having fun with fashion. Just have fun with fashion, and just have fun with what you're wearing, and just be diverse.
But is there a trend you wish would die? Is there something you see where you're like, I wish people would stop doing that?
To be honest, I'm not so big on designer branded outfits. I think the whole thing of just wearing branded stuff should just die off. Most of the time I just feel it just comes off a bit too fake.
How would you describe your own personal style?
My personal style is very versatile. You can literally see me in anything. This other day I'll pull up in a suit, this other day I'll pull up in some streetwear. Depending on how I'm feeling, I'm very, very versatile.
How do you stay up to date with the latest fashion trends?
How do I stay up to date with the latest fashion trends? To be honest, my own personal stance, I don't really follow trends. I go with what my mind is telling me and how I'm feeling and the vibe that I'm getting in that moment. So I don't really stay up to trends. It's just basically, I just go with the flow and just my personal vibe.
Who are your fashion icons or influences?
My fashion icon, I've always been inspired by Kanye West. People don't understand his style and his level of doing things. I'm greatly inspired by Kanye West. Kanye West is a good fashion designer, and he thinks outside the box. He's very crazy with his ideas and just how he puts up things, and that's my biggest role model.
What's the best thing about working in fashion?
Fashion is fun. It's just fun to do. It's just fun. It's a fun thing to do. Just the best thing is basically just waking up, putting up something, and just going going on with the day and just how you feel. It's just a fun thing to do. The best thing is just you being you. The best thing about fashion is just you being yourself and just embracing whatever you have going on.
What misconceptions do people have about you?
Misconception that people have about me. People think, first of all, people think I'm rude. Some people think I'm not approachable. Well, I don't know what persona I've put up about myself, but people really think I'm not approachable. I'm very friendly, and I'm a jovial person.
If you could switch lives with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
If I could switch lives with anyone for a day, I would switch lives with Drake. I don't even know what description I can give, but I just feel like he's got a fun lifestyle that I admire.
What's the best gift you've ever received and the best gift you've ever given?
The best gift I've ever given, so far I've given 2 cars to my young ones. I gave the first car to my young sister, and I gave another car to my young brother. I think that's the best gift you would ever give someone. The best gift I've ever received. I think the best gift I've ever received is the gift of life and just being able to be alive on earth to do the things that you are doing. That's the best gift.
What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done?
The most adventurous thing I've ever done. Well, I like to travel. I like to be in different countries, but I've never really done anything drastic like, bungee jumping, helicopter rides, and I just love to soak in the moment and just enjoy the moment. Anything dramatic that I've ever done, drastic, no, not that I know of. I'm just a fun guy.
What have been your favorite destinations so far, and where are you hoping to travel to next?
My favorite destination has been London. I love London. Reason being, I just love the fashion. Like you can be in London, you can be in London walking in the streets and just be looking at people and just like how they dress and just be inspired. London is definitely my favorite place to be in. And where I'm traveling to next, the US. I'm traveling back to the US. I want to be in New York in the summer and just experience the vibe of being in New York in the summer.
What's the best and worst advice you've ever received?
The worst advice I've ever received. Before I started my brand, I used to talk to a few people about what I was trying to venture into before my brand blew up. And there's one specific person that actually advised me against going into fashion because they felt like I didn't know what I was doing. They wanted me to concentrate on what I was doing at the moment, and they thought if I went into fashion, it wouldn't be meaningful for me. And looking back now, I can actually see that that was the worst advice I could have ever listened to if I listened in that moment, because there was a part of me that was telling me to actually believe what I was being told. Looking back and just seeing how things have turned out to be now, I feel like that was the worst advice I've ever received. And the best advice that I've ever received is actually from my parents, because my parents actually encouraged me to do what I'm doing now. They supported me and they've been with me all along, and they understand my vision.
What advice would you give an aspiring fashion designer or stylist?
What advice I would give aspiring designers and fashion stylists is just do you, just be creative, and close your ears to what society has to say and society has to put up, and just perfect your craft and just be your own individual and just follow your dreams, follow your path and just follow your dream.
How do you think social media has changed the fashion industry?
Social media is a strong tool, and social media has played a huge role in my life and my career because I started everything from social media. People got to know me from social media, and I advertise and I make my money through social media. It's such a big tool that you need to pay attention to and just use in a right way, because it can do a lot in your life. It has really changed my life, and I'll basically say social media is what's in now. If you're not on social media, you need to use social media wisely.
What's a fashion accessory you think every man and every woman should own?
An accessory that I think every man should own is a watch. Although I'm not wearing one right now, but I just feel like every guy should own a nice watch. For the females, I'm not so sure. Let me know, give any ideas regarding that, because I'm more into men's fashion.
What's one piece of fashion advice that you would give your younger self, and one piece of life advice?
One piece of life advice that I would give my younger self is just be creative in your own way. And fashion advice I would give is accessorize more.